Yo, what is up, guys? It is Psycho Gaming here. Today I am coming back with some info on the Crew 2 Seasons Pass and a few of the things that are going to be coming out with the Seasons Pass itself. So, a few other YouTubers have covered this. One specific channel that I'm going to mention because he's deeply involved with Ubisoft and Ivory Tower with this game and the further development of the actual game itself. So Black Panther has been getting information from Ubisoft to kind of help break down the Seasons Pass itself, because they forgot to mention a few things in the actual cover video of it, and some of the other like little details that make people wonder. So we're going to be talking about some of the vehicles that come out with the Seasons Pass, and day one content, and the monthly content, and how that's going to work. So we'll check all this out. So first off, we have the Spitfire Mark II IX, so like 9, I guess is what that is. And then second, we have the 911 Turbo 3.6, the classic one. Then we have the Blade Runner 35, which these three vehicles are supposedly day one vehicles, is what they've been saying, for Seasons Pass owners, or pretty much Gold Edition owners is what they're talking about. That's what the Season Pass comes with. So if you're a Gold Edition owner, then day one you get these three vehicles, is pretty much what they were saying. And I think that's pretty cool. They're gonna give us something special to start off with and give us access to it. And now I think the 7 days rule still applies to the whole subject. So obviously Gold Edition owners are also going to get it 3 days early, along with the 7-day wait, I think, from the drop of the actual game. Possibly, maybe not. Maybe the 7 days will start from the 26th, which is when the game officially drops for Seasons Pass owners. Or, well, my bad, Gold Edition owners. But I'm not sure. We'll have to figure that one out. But anyways, though, that's one of the things that we were discussing, is the day one content. Now we're gonna go on to what I believe they said was the first month 2 vehicle drops that they actually showed off, and I'm gonna bring those up right now. So right here you have the MV Agusta Brutale Dragster 800RR, which is a pretty cool bike. Then you have the Ferrari FXXK, which is a really awesome race car, which is pretty much the LaFerrari with some modifications for the track. But back into the whole Seasons Pass subject, those are the first 2 vehicles that will be dropped. And if you haven't got the Gold Edition, then you won't get those earlier on than everybody else. But if you do, then hey, guess what? You get to show those vehicles off early, which is something that many YouTubers were kind of iffy on. Didn't know what they thought that was great for the Seasons Pass, to allow the YouTube community to kind of give insight on the vehicles before everybody else purchases them, and lets them see what they're dealing with, and whether or not they want to purchase that vehicle specifically or another one, which I think would be pretty cool. And I'm kind of excited to do things like that. That's what I was looking forward to. But another thing about the whole Seasons Pass, as I'll bring up actually right now, is the way it's gonna work. So as you can see right here, we have the Seasons Pass set up, and as you can see right there in the center left hand side, it says 7 days early access. Now then, from game release, which is June 29th, 2018. From that point, a month after, we will get the first two vehicles. Then, your month 2, month 3, month 4, month 5, month 6, month 7, continuously going. I don't know if that's the end. I mean, they didn't really. I think that's just to kind of give you an idea. They're not going to go through how many drops they're actually going to do. But anyways, though, 2 vehicles with each of those, along with everything else, is pretty cool. Plus, they're going to do 3 major like updates, which are going to actually come every 3 months. So we'll see one of those in September. Then we'll see one at the end of the year during the winter. I believe is in December is when the next one will be. And then in spring of 2019, which I don't think they really showed off the exact month that they're planning on dropping it. But I mean, if it's 3 months apart, then you guys can figure that one out. But with all that being said, something else about the Seasons Pass that I didn't really mention is the way it's specifically going to work, because with that 7 days early access, we get vehicles for free and 7 days before everybody else with the Seasons Pass. And so if you really think about that, many YouTubers were bringing this up, and a lot of people were kind of confused on this at first, because everybody thought you were going to have to work towards these vehicles when they came out. And kind of, I mean, if you get the vehicle 7 days early and you have to work towards them, then what's the point of the Seasons Pass? You should be special, special enough to where you wouldn't have to purchase the vehicles themselves or anything like that. But since we get them 7 days early, and then other players have to purchase them afterwards, after the 7 days are up, they're available to be, purchased after grinding and things like that. Then, I mean, the ones who get it 7 days early will have the ability to kind of, I guess, promote the vehicles in a way, or kind of I don't know exactly the word to say, but give like insight on how the vehicles work, how they feel, how they sound, if they're worth it or not, so that you can decide whether you want to spend your money on it later on, while the people with the Seasons Pass will have those vehicles for free. Now, another thing that people were mentioning is the actual way the Seasons Pass, like, how long is it going to last? Are we going to get those 2 vehicles every month for free from day 1 on the game to the last day that the game drops a vehicle drop, does the last 2 vehicles for that month? And I would believe the answer would be yes, because if you guys go back to the first game and think about how the Seasons Pass worked, the Seasons Pass limited those vehicles to the Seasons Pass owner. If you didn't own the Seasons Pass, then you either had to purchase the vehicles individually, which was way more expensive to do all of those than to purchase the Seasons Pass, for the $20 or so, which I believe is what this Seasons Pass is more than likely going to cost. So if you guys want to purchase that after you get the regular version of the game, by all means, go ahead. But anyways, though, with the Seasons Pass, you get all of those vehicles in a group together, plus there was like 2 specific vehicles that no one else could get unless they purchased the Seasons Pass, which I believe was the McLaren 12C and the Ferrari 458, I believe was what it was. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. But that was the first game setup, and if you think about that, they only did those vehicles for so long, and then after that, you had to actually purchase the vehicles after they stopped with the free Seasons Pass vehicles. And, well, I mean, if you really think about it, in this game, if they're going to come out and all be purchasable for any player in the game, then I don't believe that Seasons Pass owners will ever have to pay for any sort of vehicle that drops during a monthly vehicle unload or, release. So I think like I said, from day one till the last day of the game drops a vehicle, Seasons Pass owners will get all of those vehicles for free. You will not have to work for them or grind or anything. You will literally just get them on the spot the day they come out, and you can just upgrade and customize like that. All your money that you earn will go towards those vehicles. Now, for some content creators, this is kind of a bad thing because, like many people were saying, they don't like the way the upgrade system works in the game because it's too fast. So content on these vehicles and things like that are going to be short little videos basically showing customization, and you don't really work towards building them up, so you automatically have these vehicles max level and things like that, which kind of sucks, I mean, for some people out there. Personally, I'm not going to have all the time to work towards upgrading a vehicle, so I like this new system to where I can share parts, because it makes it really easy for me to do it in the 30 minutes or so that I'll have to play the game a night, which will make it easier for me to kind of show you guys top speeds or things like that if I decide to do content over that. And I would honestly say that, if they did take that feature out of the game and made it to where we couldn't share parts, but we still get the parts as easy as we do, I would be okay with that. But then again, I mean, it would just be longer for me to be able to get these vehicles to the point that I would want them, and I wouldn't be able to catch up with everybody else as quick. And that's why I really like the system that they have now, that many other people dislike, which is okay. I'm not gonna say that if I had the time to make these videos and do things like that, then I would be overly excited, to go out and play this game as much as I can and grind as much as I can to work up these vehicles to the level that I want them. I would love something like that, but with the time that I have, like I said, I really like the way that they did it now and how it is, because of the way my situation has changed from previous conditions and things like that. So no hate against anybody who wants it the other way, and I hope y'all who have seen it the way that it is in the game understand things like that for certain people, and still consider, I mean, obviously you're going to still want it to be differently, but it is what it is, and whether or not Ubisoft change it, that is up to them. So you just gotta kind of accept what happens and just kind of go from there and see what the result is. So like I was saying, that's pretty much it. That's the vehicles and the way all of that works. But anyways, though, that's pretty much everything that I have for you guys today. Thank you guys for watching. Please leave a thumbs up if you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new, and don't forget to hit the notification button for future content over pretty much the Crew 2, because that's about everything that's going to be coming on this channel for a little while. But yeah, thanks. Peace out. I'll see you guys in the next one.